All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube platform. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do make sure to hit that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. If you are a member, bless up to you, lovely people that keeps the platform running. All right, and if you want to become a member of the channel, please do click the join button. YouTube will help you along the lines. We have just looked at the post-match, broke down every single thing. Make sure to go back and watch that. We have talked about all the incidents and everything, and now we're about to talk about what Jamaica could do to get the best of St. Vincent. All right, yes, we had broken down everything. We're going to look back at that. We're going to kind of make it a little bit shorter because it's just a few adjustments needed for Jamaica to have a better chance. All right, not saying that it's 100% certainty. If what I'm saying goes out there, they are going to win. But one thing I know, it will have a better chance for them to actually win the game. All right, and if you like what we're doing here, please drop yours in the comment section so we know exactly what you're thinking and how to get the job done. And if you're from St. Vincent, because we're an open platform, all right, let me know your thoughts, what St. Vincent could do to get the job done. I will still put a segment in that for what St. Vincent could do to get the job done, their best possible chance to get the job done on the day. All right, so let me slide over. So Jamaica, St. Vincent 1-1, all right, on the day, and Jamaica left with the away goal. All right, so if the game drew 0-0, draw 0-0, Jamaica would advance. All right, but once it goes into a goal scoring battle, that's where we're going to be breaking down things here. So as you saw, Jamaica started with Andre Blake in goal, Ethan Pinnock, Richard King, Dexter Lembekisa, and Amari Bell. In front of them, you had Sule Makala and Isaac Aiden. In front of them, you had Damari Gray, Bobby D. Cover-Reed, and Liam Bailey. And in front of them, you had Shamar Nicholson. We had broken down everything and said that Shamar Nicholson, the person, never worked. So it allowed A. Johnson and N. Charles to push up and close the spaces on the umbrella from right to left. When it's on the left hand side, N. Charles closed in with Bob and Spring to close that little channel so Liam Bailey couldn't fizz those balls in. And on the opposite side, A. Johnson supported Joseph and Marshall to close out Damari Gray, so he had to dribble to cut in. And that always limit your chances to get it past three players, and also increases the chances to get counter attacks. And ironic, majority of the danger plays came off counter attacks because, as what we said in the last video, in the middle, the partnership never worked between Aiden and Makala. Makala had a lot of energy, but I don't think he had the knowledge and the experience at this level to pull it off. All right, even though we are talking about St. Vincent, they are still not bad enough for we not to respect them. He was running and leave his position a lot of times, and that left a hole. And also Aiden went forward as well, and it left a hole completely for the back four to be fending for themselves, and that will always be a recipe for disaster. So what am I saying now? This is what Jamaica has on the bench: Kyle Ming, Phillips, Waite, Latibodier. I am not sure what happens with Latibodier, but if he's fit, I think the solution for Jamaica to get the job done is very much easier. All right, Tariq McGee, Kaim Dixon, Cephas, Cummins, Davis, Warner Brown, Anglin, and Ainsworth. So my big problems that I had was centrally, which is the double pivot that they were using in the 4-2-3-1. Makala definitely never worked, and it pretty much cost Jamaica the game on defensive and offensive side. So definitely Makala looks like that's something we have to improve on. We have to remove. So if Latibodier is there, we could see Latibodier comes in instant. All right. Liam Bailey, Damari Gray was perfect for me. No problem. Bobby Reed was perfect for me. No problem. They were direct, up for it, high energy. But the press from Shamar Nicholson really left them wanting. And that's where I think we are having a problem, because we have a thin squad. We are having a thin squad. All right. If we put in Latibodier, we can't add anything else to the midfield. That's for one. All right, the deeper line to midfield. So Latibodier comes in, makes King has to start, or Cummins have to start instead of King. Cummins looks like he's faster and stronger than King and has the same passing ability. Should we take the chance on Cummins? Because we clearly saw that the speed might be needed and he's faster than both King and also Pinnock, based on my estimation. And even if he's not faster, I think he reads the ball a lot better than King in the games that I've seen. So maybe it's time for people to consider Cummins in this conversation. And I actually think he has speed because I saw him tracked down a couple players well for Trinidad, and they are known as fast players. All right, yes. So Cummins might be on the cards, but if you say King, I have no problem to go back with King. But McCullough has to be replaced, and I think Latibodier has to be the one to do that job because we don't have any other individual unless you're going to play no double pivot and use one defensive central, or you force Bobby Reid to play there because in the same game, Bobby Reid did drop deeper and try to link up plays. And we look kind of dangerous, but we still look like we're up for the counter a little bit too open. And you don't want to give them a goal. Remember, this game is to prevent them from scoring because once that happens, your advantage is done. You have to win the game flat out. There is no draws for you. Any other opportunity, you're going to lose the game. All right? Yes, so you want to make sure they don't score. So padlocking the midfield is essential. So I think Latibodier, he has to get ready. Latibodier 100%, even if you don't want a King, and you have to put in Cummins. Cummins would be new to the system, so it's going to be tough. For me, I like Cummins, and I would want to put Cummins in, but I might have to still start with King because he's in the team for so long. You understand me? So he might can gel with Ethan fast enough. But clearly, he's not dealing with the speed good enough, which none of them pretty much deal with the speed good enough, to be honest. All right? Yeah. But because it clearly shows that he has some work to do, and Ethan Pinnock is the better centre-back, and it's not even close, we have to play Ethan Pinnock. You understand me? But who is going to partner him right there? And it looks like Latibodier has to play in midfield, unless you're going to say Latibodier has to play centre-back, and we're going to go one defensive central. In the forward here, the striker here, Warner Brown, looked solid when he came on, had two opportunities, but could latch on to it with the header, but he still won the penalty because he was more active than Shamar Nicholson. But also, Cephas was more active than Shamar Nicholson. He can play striker as well, and he adds pace, and he could get in behind. He's not the natural, traditional striker, so are you saying you put Liam Bailey as attacking midfielder, then put Damari Gray wide and Bobby Reid as striker, because Bobby Reid did play striker against Honduras, and that was one of the best display Jamaica puts on in the national stadium. So are we going back for Bobby Reid as a central forward to link up play to help this physicality and the energy of Liam Bailey and Damara Gray? Or we're going for Warner Brown back to add that thing that we are trying to look for, the physicality, challenge the centre-backs them, and just go back with normal Liam Bailey. All right? So for me, what I would have done, because I saw what Damara Gray and Liam Bailey did, and I really liked it, I would have said that we should try to put Bobby Reid as the striker, put Liam Bailey as central, or put Damara Gray as the central, which I think is not going to happen because I think they like just the pure physicality. So Warner Brown might start over Shamar Nicholson. I think that, but I would have put Bobby Reid and put Cephas over the left-hand side for just to keep the high intensity up and running. And if Cephas doesn't work out early, we take him off. You understand me? I would have gone for that. So I would have made Cephas and McCullough my two main changes. And I would have brought in No, Nicholson and McCullough would have been my two changes, and Cephas and Latibodia would have been my two main changes. That's one that I can clearly see. And then now for King, could be optional, could be three for Cummins to come in. All right, but that would have been the biggest game of Cummins' life. You know, I don't know if I want to trust him instant with that, but you brought him, and that's the next conversation. Why bring players that we're not going to trust? All right, so that's a strong one. People. All right. But we have a lot of forward options. Clearly, where we're lacking is the midfield and the center, the defensive positions. As what we have said when I've listed the squad, I told you it's not as strong as what you think. Forward line will always excite everyone, but when you look at the defensive line, it is definitely weak because we have to rely on a lot of JPL players to come in and try to save us. And we can afford JPL players in the forward areas, but definitely in the defensive areas. That is right in front of our goalkeeper, and it could go bad. You understand me? They are always ready for the counter. Anderson and Stewart is a problem for Jamaica. They are fast like plane. All right. And it's a struggle. Dexter Lembekis tried his best and he did well. Bell did well as well. Pinnock did okay. Not his best game, but he did okay. That is a Pinnock. You're always gonna get a good game from him. But it's not his sparkling game, you know. But yeah. People, it's going to be a tough one. So that's what I'm saying. Two main changes, Nicholson and McCullough out. Instant, I would have put in Cephas and Latibodia in, but Cephas wouldn't be the striker. They would have interchanged because they can play most of them can play three positions, and that would have helped the team as well with fluidity. All right, Shamar Nicholson just looks like he's injured, and I'm not going to go for it. All right, and that's what I would say. The best way for victory for St. Vincent is to sit back deeper than what they did. Because they had three at all times because Shamar Nicholson wasn't pressing, so they were comfortable to do so because you had Charles and Johnson could have pushed forward, so they had all confidence to say that we can boss up this team, so let we do whatever we want. All right, I think they have to sit a little bit deeper and try to just counter. Clearly, Anderson is an engine. He can run for the entire 90 minutes at the same pace, and then Joseph can do the same. Or M. Joseph, that is. All right, because you have a lot of Josephs on their team. And so that's the only way you're going to counter. You have K. Joseph, very good at picking the locks, so you can pick up a pass, intercept a ball, and link up play. So you're going to rely on Joseph, K. Joseph, to get it to M. Joseph or Anderson and counter. The counter will not stop because we don't think we can replace these players overall, and the speed will always be an issue for Jamaica. So I think that's what you're going to rely on, the counters and also free kicks inside the box because they are physical as well. Yeah, so that's the key to victory for them. I think that Jamaica still has the extra quality, and you could have clearly seen it in Leon Bailey and Damara Gray on the day. You could clearly see it, and even Blake as well, Ethan Pinnock. You could clearly see that we have that separation in quality, but they just have a good unit, and they have some players that are definitely good players as well, and they try to work as a unit and give their good players the opportunity in the best area. If we had done something like that, Jamaica would have been a way better team and way up the Concacaf table at this point. But we have not done that because of plethora of reasons, changes of managers, lacking systems, and interference in selections and all of those things. A lot of things cost it. But I think we still have enough to get over the line, but just get over the line for me. I think with those adjustments, it would have improved Jamaica chances significant. And I would say if they do that, I am going for a Jamaica 3-1 win. 3-1 win if they go with that. But clearly it can always go very bad because these guys have three things that Jamaica has as well. So it nullifies each individual out, and it goes down to the technical side. And a lot of our players' technical ability shows. The limitation of their technical ability shows in these games. So the separation is not so far apart. All right. So 3-1, I'm open for people. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. All right, my starting lineup, I'm going to end it with it. Andre Blake, Pinnock. I'm going to reluctantly say King, but if he puts Cummins in, I am not going to scream for that. Lembekisa, Bell, Aiden, Latibodir, Gray, Reed, Cephas, and Bailey. That would be my lineup. So please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Smash the like button, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.